Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, you're just not able to grow your finances? Your money just seems to walk away from you. Many people struggle to reach their financial goals and don't know what to do about their financial future. But imagine a life where you can control your finances extremely well, where your savings grow, your investments grow, you are able to manage your money properly, and you're able to reach your financial goals. And as a result, you'll be able to enjoy the things you love. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name is Thomas, and in this video I'm going to talk about top 5 personal finance tips that will help you to take your finances to the next level and start building the financial life you want. Make sure to stick to the very end of this video, because after watching this video you should have clear plan and roadmap how to set up your financial goals, what to do and how to reach them. These following tips are extremely essential for financial success, because if you're able to do them properly, it will help you to establish healthy financial lifestyle, which will make you much more motivated about growing yourself financially, and suddenly you'll realize that it's not actually even hard to build your finances. But without further ado, let's get started. Tip number 1, stop unnecessary spending. So first, let's identify common areas where we tend to spend money. So for example, subscriptions, eating out a lot, impulse buys. Those are all things that when you combine them together can add up a lot, which actually will make you spend a lot of money. So the best way to ensure you're not spending money on unnecessary things, take a look at your purchases over the past 3 months. What's something you don't really need? Did you buy something just because you wanted it at that moment? How many emotional buys did you do? This helps you to identify categories you don't really need. And by doing this, you'll realize that it's much easier to save a lot of money instead of spending it. Whenever you're buying something new, make sure it's practical and ask yourself, do you really need it? Because every unnecessary purchase you make will add up over long term. The less you're able to spend money on things you don't need, the better for your financial growth. What I would highly encourage you to do is, instead of spending your money on unnecessary things, it would be much more beneficial if you saved and invested that money. And if you're liking this video this far, I would highly appreciate if you hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more. Tip number 2, save money. The crucial thing here is that saving necessarily won't make you super rich, but having a habit of saving is very important, because imagine a situation where you always get paid, for example, $3,000 every month, and by the end of the month you have $0 left. That's not ideal for financial growth. What I recommend to do is save around 20 to 30% of your income and do it immediately after you get paid, because that helps you to not only make sure you put some money to the side, but it also helps you to establish a healthy financial habit of saving. And if it feels hard for you to start saving immediately after getting paid, think about 50-30-20 rule, where 50% of your income goes to your essential expenses, then 30% goes to your savings and investments, and the 20% goes to your wants. Also, one thing I suggest you to do is you can automate the process of saving. On the next day after getting paid, a certain amount of your income transfers automatically to your savings account. In general, building healthy financial habits and learning how to save properly is extremely important. And another important thing is to obviously invest some of your income, but we'll get into that later in this video. Tip number 3, set financial goals. Well, it's really hard to grow financially if you don't have any financial goals. Easiest goals to set for yourself could be, for example, try to save up $400 this month, or try to invest $300 every month in cost-effective index funds, whatever it is. There's also another aspect I would like to talk about. Setting financial goals isn't only about saving and investing money and spending less. Another financial goal, for example, could be try to learn a new skill you can turn into something profitable. For example, sales or paid advertising online. So make sure you don't pigeonhole yourself in only one way of thinking, because there's a lot of opportunities you can try these days. There's a ton of ways you can think about saving your money effectively and setting financial goals. But what I do personally is I usually try to think in a way where I try to grow my finances every month. So basically, I should have a bit more money saved and invested this month than previous month. It's quite simple to do. You don't have to have a lot of money to do that. Over time, you can really start to see those results. I've been doing that and having it as a habit for over 3 years, and even though it's not a long time, honestly, I can still see the power of that habit. So make sure you set motivating financial goals for yourself, and make sure they're not too hard or too big, because if the goal seems unachievable, you will just immediately give up on it. Make sure you cut it in smaller parts, so it becomes much more realistic to achieve. Before I tell you tip number 4, make sure to comment down below and tell me what are your financial goals for 2020 2025. Tip number 4, invest wisely. When it comes to building your finances and growing your money, investing plays extremely huge role there. So if you're able to invest every month, that's gonna grow a lot over time. So the importance of investing is crucial. That's why the best time to start investing is now. You should never try to time the market, because time in the market is much more important than timing the market. And learning how to invest is a skill that can be very profitable and interesting for yourself. And I can tell from my own experience, I've been investing for almost 4 years now, and I still know that there's so much to explore. That's why it's so interesting and motivating to find new ways of how to invest your money and how different investments work. And if you want a guaranteed way of growing your finances over the next 20 or 30 years, I would definitely say investing in cost-effective index funds every month is going to be the most effortless way of putting your money to the side and let it grow. The powerful thing here is that if you invest $100 every month, and we assume you get 8% annual return on your investments, and your investment horizon is 30 years, you will end up with a total balance of $150,129.52, which is quite amazing if you're investing only $100 every month. So that's the power of long-term investing, and do it consistently. And as you can see, you don't have to have a lot of money to do that. If you're not investing yet, I would highly suggest you start doing it today. And I have made a video about how to start investing for beginners step by step. And if you're interested in that, make sure to watch it. I'll leave the link down in the description. Tip number 5, improve your financial knowledge. When it comes to building your finances and learning more about them, it's very important that you learn financial terms. Different terms that are related to investing, for example, or different terms that are related to credit cards or loans. It's very important that you understand them before you go and take action. The best thing is that we have straight access basically to getting to know what those things are and what they mean, because we have internet, we have books. There's a lot of great financial books that explain well financial terminology, and there's a lot of podcasts and online courses you can take to improve your financial knowledge. And I think it's a very important aspect when it comes to leveling up your personal finance. Once you build a solid foundation of understanding how finances work and what they are and how many different aspects there are, it's much easier to try different things, be more confident financially, and try different strategies to grow your finances as well. And I think that being said, that's it for this video. Hopefully this was interesting and you got motivated to take action. And what I would highly encourage you to do is start taking action today. Create a plan for yourself, how to build your finances, limit your spending, set up a savings goal for yourself every month, and stick to that plan, because it's very important that you follow the plan you've set. If you're able to do that, it also shows you're a disciplined person. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And if you're interested in more of this type of content, make sure to watch this video next. It is about how to start investing with $100, where I go over 3 best options. If you're new to the channel, click here to subscribe. Take your personal finances to the next level, and I'll see you in the next one.